Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with personal lightning takes. And let's get right to the news.
We have a casting confirmation for Star Wars Starfighter, and I am super pumped. Matt Smith is going to be a villain. Deadline broke the news.
We just heard that Mia Goth was going to be the villain.
She was going to be a villain.
Oh, not the villain, apparently.
A villain. But I'm excited because people love Matt Smith.
Yeah, he was the Doctor.
He was the Doctor. You really liked him as a Doctor.
He
liked
might
him.
be my favorite Doctor. Yeah.
I know.
I know there's going to be some controversy in the comments.
Everyone's allowed their favorite Doctor. Yeah. They're all the same guy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And sometimes a woman. But we won't get into that.
He was also in House of the Dragon. Very, very loved character.
He was amazing in that. I was
absolutely fantastic.
Extremely impressed by his performance in that because I don't think of him as like a kind of a cold-blooded
actiony,
killer.
Cold-blooded killer.
Well, not a cold-blooded killer.
The Doctor.
Exactly,
he's friendly and
yeah, he's not a very nice guy.
Yeah, and he was Milo in Morbius.
Yes, that might be your favorite role.
He did the weird dance.
That's not all he did in that movie.
No,
there's a lot in that movie.
But yeah, Matt Smith was the only reason to watch that. I think.
I don't know.
I know.
Rather not so.
Bix was in it too.
I know. I didn't realize that until much later on.
So now we need to get Jared Leto. Is that who it was? We need to get him into Star Wars, and the trifecta is complete.
Well, he's in Tron now.
He is going to be in Tron. I'm excited about that. I love Tron.
Yeah, the first Tron was really good. I like the second one.
I know
everybody seems to hate the second one.
I like it. I like it. I like the music a lot too. Of course.
Oh, the music was really
excellent.
Good. Yeah.
But so far, Matt Smith's representatives haven't commented. But we do know that Matt Smith was previously involved in the Star Wars franchise.
Yes.
That he was in
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to be in The Rise of Skywalker. People speculated he was going to be returning as Palpatine somehow.
Like a young Palpatine or a son of Palpatine, yeah.
But then they ultimately cut it in pre-production, said that it was not needed before the cameras even started to roll. Smith didn't even get to the point where he needed a costume fitting.
So in other words, they were going to use him as Palpatine in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, look at that face.
A son, a clone, or something. Yeah, he could definitely pull that off. And then Ian McDiarmid came back like, sorry, we don't need you to know more.
Yeah, well, what's humorous is there was an interview where he kind of spoke about the cut part, and he said he'd be happy to return to the franchise if he was needed. And I guess Lucasfilm was like, you know what we need?
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Boom.
So since he was going to play Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker, is somehow Palpatine going to return again?
Hey, this is set 5 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. This is Starfighter is 5 years later. We know that Palpatine cloned or something to himself once to make Rey. Why not another Palpy
it's a
clone?
Strand cast.
Okay, whatever. Why not another Palpy clone running around?
Rey's father was a Strand cast, was a clone. Mm-hmm.
So what's to say that there just isn't another Palpatine out there? Maybe, because remember, we know that the villain characters, meaning Smith and Mia Goth, who you already mentioned, are going to be going after some sort of child who we believe has the Force that's being protected by, not by Mando, I was about to say by Mando because he likes to protect kids. Going to be protected by Ryan Gosling, who's our main character. We believe the kid has the Force. What if he needs this? He needs to get a Force person and somehow he can steal his genetics.
Sure.
I don't know. They needed Grogu in the Mandalorian for Force stuff. Why not, right?
They needed his blood for M-count reasons. I don't know. We never really got into the details. Well, we know Gideon was making clones of himself that were Force sensitive.
That's why Gideon's still alive, because of the mustache conspiracy.
Yes. Though I'm not entirely sure that was the initial plan. I do think they were going to connect it with the sequels and Snoke, and they had that episode in the second season with things in vats that looked like they may have been Snoke-like. Snoke-like, yeah.
Oh boy.
So I think they may have did a swerve after people nope, don't connect this, and they're like, okay, we'll just bring in some Praetorian guards instead.
Right. Well, the child role has not been cast that we know of, but I'm excited to hear some of the casting that's coming out for this. For some reason, I am super amped.
I feel like we get more news about this than we do about Mandalorian and Grogu, which is coming out in less than a year. That's 8 months away or something.
Nobody cares.
Well, I mean, I care.
I care.
More like 10 months, but
this is my shiny new toy.
We talked about it the other day. It just feels more interesting because it's new. It's different. It's not Mando and Grogu, which we already kind of know.
And it's not in the existing timeline. So they're not just juxtaposing a new thing in the middle of things. They're going after everything we know. We're heading into new space, new territory. knew everything, right?
But it's post-sequel trilogy territory, which seems to be dangerous grounds for some, or they just don't want it.
I think Disney is going, you know what, with this new movie, what we're doing, we're moving past everything. See, we're past it.
And then we do the Rey movie and remind you.
Kill the past, if you must.
You're close.
By moving forward.
Yeah. Close, but...
Whatever. Close enough. That's all I need to be, right? I'm just excited. I want to see what they're going to do with Matt Smith. We've got Mia Goth. We've got some villains. We have a hero who's going to be like the Maverick guy protecting his nephew, allegedly, or whatever, who might have the Force. It's Broom Boy. We all know it's Broom Boy, right?
What if it is Broom Boy? Like,
Broom Boy aged up a bit? Because he was 10, he'd be like 15?
Yeah. Exciting stuff.
But that's kind of all we know about what's going on with Starfighter right now, aside from the release date in May 28th, 2027.
We'll see if that actually sticks, but...
I will make it stick.
I will make it legal.
Hey, Matt Smith's a Time Lord. He can work this.
We'll see.
Right?
They certainly are going for a big name cast, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm not super familiar with Mia Goth, because I haven't watched the 2 or 3 things that she's been in, but I'm very familiar with Matt Smith, and I'm familiar, of course, with Ryan Gosling. So what other big names are we getting for this?
I don't think we need any more big names. Maybe
big names.
No, I don't. I think do the George Lucas approach. You go for some of the smaller names, and you have a couple big names in there just for the prestige.
So is Ryan Gosling the Harrison Ford?
Harrison Ford wasn't a big name though back then.
Oh, you're right. But he'd done
the big
stuff.
name was Sir Alec Guinness and Peter Cushing.
Matt Smith.
And they were more. They weren't like Harrison Ford type actors, shall we say?
But anyway, I want to know what do you think? Are they really gonna bring back Palpatine?
No, I don't think
that would
there's
be a
any
mistake.
chance
They would
in hell.
Never.
I don't think in a million years they could be that stupid.
I think the memes will say that that's what's happening.
I mean, there's no way they would ever do that. It's funny because everybody believes he was coming in to play Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker. So you bring him in now and it's like, well, I could certainly see him playing a young Palpatine.
And I'm so confused about what the future is bringing. I mean, like we said, 5 years down the road, Rey allegedly might have a Jedi school somewhere, but we're hunting down a Jedi Force kid,
Force-sensitive kid, yeah.
We're hunting down a Force kid. Why? Are these two somehow Sith? There's 2 of them now. See, 2 villains,
2.
Sith,
Always
boom.
2.
But now that there's 2 of them, are they Force sensitive as well? Are they just bad guys who are trying to take advantage of this kid who has power? What is the motivation?
Maybe
what is going on here in the galaxy?
Nothing to do with him being Force sensitive, and they're just after him for another reason, and he happens to be Force sensitive. Which seems kind of lame. Like, why would you do that? But
exactly. So what is the plot? What is this timeline we're dealing with? Is Rey going to show up at the end and claim the child for the school? What's going on?
We've done that before. Is the big problem. Like we did that with Grogu and Luke. It would be very strange if Rey shows up.
So then he'll go back to his uncle in like 5 minutes?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what it would be. I don't know.
Okay.
It would be weird. Maybe he is like a son of Palpatine and is going to be Rey's brother, and it's going to be really dumb. I don't think so, but who the heck knows what they're thinking right now.
I feel like they can't touch Palpatine.
No,
but they have to leave him lie in his grave. I mean, all the Jedi defeated all the Sith, so should there not be Sith anymore? How do we get new dark side users when all of them were destroyed in one fell swoop by all of the Jedi? It just makes you wonder, did Palpatine have some sort of secret sects out there to carry on his work while he was busy trying to resurrect himself into his granddaughter?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds worse.
Well, I just want to know, how have the Sith survived post Palpatine's death?
Well, they didn't. That was the whole point of Anakin, to destroy the Sith.
But
somehow they returned. I don't know. I think it's not going to have anything to do with the Sith. I don't think they're going to bring back the Sith. I think it's going to be a new threat eventually. But anyway, I think for now, that is going to be all we got for you this time. So it is your turn to take to the comments below. Tell us what you think about Matt Smith officially, I think this time, joining Star Wars instead of like last time. And what role do you think he'll play if he is a villain? A Sith, a Palpatine somehow, or something else? Maybe a wily bounty hunter?
Who
knows?
Lone Knight of Ren.
Oh, that would be real exciting. The last surviving Knight of Ren somehow. That's all you have to say in Star Wars these days is somehow. And it's explained. Anyway, take to the comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.